And I chose Mr. Seals as my trusted adult.
I chose Mr. Lyles as my trusted adult. I chose these two to be my trusted adults.
I chose Miss Lanier as my trusted adult because I know that I can always come to her whether I'm having a good day or a bad day. She's always there for a good laugh.
He's usually the guy that I go to for advice, writing advice, life advice.
I can go to him for anything. If I was to ever go through something, I know that I could go to him and he'd keep what we said in confidentiality. I can talk to him about anything, almost at all times. They always have my back.
His name was Coach Hamby. He was also my baseball coach, but he made learning fun. He made school fun, and if you had a problem, you could go to Coach Hamby. He would help you out any way possible, whether it was personal or with athletics or scholar or anything like that. So Coach Hamby was mine, and he's one of the main reasons I became a teacher too.
One particular teacher was Mr. Burke. He was my government economics teacher when I was a senior. And I had the greatest respect and admiration for him because he treated his class like we were young adults as opposed to teaching us like we were children.
I had a bunch of coaches that I enjoyed working with, but I also knew that, like Cliff said, they had your back. You could go with them if things were good, go with things were bad, but they were there, they listened to you, and you trusted that they had your best interest in mind. So my coaches.
Yeah, I was a little unique because I had my dad was at school, so obviously he was one. He was a teacher, but all my coaches, Coach Spence was one of my coaches, and so he was obviously one, and then I had a couple other coaches.
I didn't actually have a trusted adult, and I think I would have benefited from having a trusted adult. Maybe I would have turned out to be a better teacher had I had a trusted adult. Right, Fabian?
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I think it's important because our world is changing and we need each other. We got to have people that have our back, so to speak. So it's always important to have a kind of your core group that you can trust and you can buy in with each other.
It's good to have that one person to just like express how you feel instead of trying to suppress what you're feeling, you know?
It's important to build relationships with students, obviously. You don't know the student's story. You don't know their background. You don't know when they leave this building what they're going home to.
It's important for students to have a trusted adult because sometimes you can't tell your peers or family members exactly what's going on, and it feels more comfortable to tell an adult outside of your family and in your school what you're thinking about and how you're feeling. And they're also someone you can come to for really great advice.
A lot of students, it's difficult for them to talk to a family member or somebody who's too close to them. If something is occurring in their life that they need to talk about, sometimes mom and dad or brother or sister or aunt or uncle, grandpa, grandma are just too close to the story and they are maybe too biased. Students need somebody they can go to for an honest outside opinion.
It's important for everybody, not even just students, but teachers, adults, just in the world in general. You have to have that person that you can go to that kind of talks reason to you and makes you realize this isn't as big of a deal as you see it as, or if it is a big deal, this is something we can get through. You're not in it alone.